South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys.
That's exactly up your alley, though.
It is. Yeah.
I remember
myself.
I saw a Reddit question that was they're like, my dick's 4 inches. Is that big enough for a 13-year-old? And I'm like, I don't think I can answer that.
Yeah, that was written by a 25-year-old man.
Yeah, 'cause I saw that question. I'm like, you're not gonna get an answer from somebody who's at all close to an adult.
No.
Yeah.
Even if you're 17, you're like, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole online.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit me up in the secret DMs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Over
answering
on the
that.
dark webs.
Are we recording?
Oh yeah.
We are.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh, I'm
Yeah,
glad,
this is
that's
nice.
on wax.
Fucking hot intro with Matthew Byrne. Welcome to the program, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks
Fuck
for
yeah.
coming on over to South Jersey over a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, we thought we'd do a Matt Byrne style episode
Oh,
you know,
yes.
with the sunglasses because you have a very Andrew Tate vibe. Also, because Daddy.
Don't say Andrew Tate vibe.
Andrew Tate
That's
vibe.
so much loaded because they're like, does he sex traffic? Does he? You know,
which of the
Yeah.
characteristics
does
do
he
you
pimp out OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, that's your business, and that's why we had you on to
Yeah.
talk about it. But also because Daddy has a sty, so
That
we're doing
right here.
Oh
sunglasses.
yeah,
Damn.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect time to. It's like God was like, we got to give Brendan a sty for
Yeah.
this episode.
Yeah,
Now-
had to knock me down a peg so that Matt could come out on top as the bad boy of the
Now,
week.
who do you think gave you this sty? Was it one of the haters that hates on your home improvement projects? Which
Can you be given a sty? I think God is the one that gives it to you. I don't know if you
I
get
thought
it.
sties were from like if a stripper queefs on your pillow or
I
something.
know that's pink eye.
Oh,
Right?
a sty. and
Matt,
pink
you're the
eye.
expert on pink eye
Sty
here.
Stallone. I'm pulling a Norman by just doing like word association.
Yeah, just the rest of the
Oh,
episode.
Sty Stallone.
Sty Stallone. Yeah, I don't know how you. I think you get like dirt
Bed
under your
sty?
eyelid. Bed sty. Yeah. French sty. Fuck, I'm not as good at this.
Pig sty.
Pig sty.
No, my bitch wife said it's viral. Is that a?
Whoa, hey, whoa! Don't say the W word. Don't say
God.
wife around here.
Oh my god. I hope it's not viral.
Yeah, I think it's a viral thing. Kind of like
A sty?
yeah, the
I thought
menstrual
this-
cycles. It's all viral.
I don't think so. I mean, I have no.
It's
truly
viral,
no
like it
idea.
gets millions of views.
Yeah, dude.
Well, we can only hope.
Yeah, we should all rub that thing on us. See if
Yeah,
all
here.
three of us
Yeah.
can now just we'll have a full sty episode.
We're going fucking viral.
Is that what they mean
dude.
by like AIDS is viral? It's just like if you get it, or,
Yeah,
I
you
think so.
do really well online. You would think so. Most
or
of the
you buy the Dodgers. That's the thing you do if you get AIDS.
Magic J?
Yeah, you win 5 championships with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, has anybody
whole AIDS
thrived
package.
more with AIDS than Magic J?
Yeah.
who else
you know,
would have
that
thrived?
Dallas Buyers Club guy. I don't know his name.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good.
That's just the actor. He didn't have AIDS.
No, I think that was a real guy, dude.
That'd be kind of funny if
He's
Matt
a method
McConaughey-
actor. He got himself AIDS for the role.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I have it.
Yeah.
Method acting.
How about old Tom Hanks? Tommy Hanks had AIDS in that movie. Then he was the first one to get COVID.
Yeah, Philadelphia. I thought that was the whole city when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that
Yeah.
movie Philadelphia with the guy with AIDS? I thought it was just a docu-series.
That's why
I thought it
your
was-
parents, when you were young, they were like, don't go into Philadelphia. It's too dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah.
They knew. They knew it was viral.
that's a good. We got to go back in time in 1993 and do these jokes on stage.
I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we were all being born around 1993.
Yeah. I was born in 2009.
Wow. You look good.
Yeah, you look good for an 09 baby.
Horrible for an 09 baby.
Yeah.
Either good or horrible. Yeah, it's one of. I don't know which one. I'm gonna say you look good for an 09 baby. So you're what? 14?
Very mature.
Yeah. 14.
Oh, you're the first teenager.
I was the person who asked on Reddit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just hanging out on Reddit.
Is 4 inches the most it goes, or?
Yeah. I love how people resort to the internet for that. They're like, look, obviously I can't ask a friend this and tell them about my 4-inch penis. I'm just going to float it out there on Reddit. Hope I get some good feedback, you know?
Well, yeah.
To be fair, though, at 14, it's like the last people you want to ask are your parents or your friends
Yeah.
will just gaslight you into being like, no, it'll never get bigger.
Yeah.
It actually gets smaller when you're older.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the psyop you're
And
under.
I think Reddit put Yahoo Answers out of business. Yahoo Answers was the place to go for all these
Oh,
things.
yeah.
That's true.
You could rack up a profile and get a shit ton of points for providing quality answers to the community about is 4 inches big enough? for
Yahoo
the-
Answers or a good old AOL chat room. You could really find out a lot of information
Yeah,
there.
I learned a lot in the old AOL chat room.
Yeah, you did. Well, you were
Yahoo
starting a
Answers
lot
was
of them.
classic though. Like I remember when I was I remember when I was like 17, I was like, "Can you get pregnant from getting head from a woman and then figuring it out?" It's so
Good
funny.
question. It's a
It's a
need to
very
know.
good question.
Well, it's such a bad question that nothing came up, so I was just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when they revoked your security clearance. Look, Matt's on a need to know basis. We're going to have to answer this for him.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty solid because when Yahoo Answers and then you have Reddit coming in, but now you can go into your local Facebook page group online, which you did something hilarious with the South Philly one. You remember that?
Oh yeah, my famous story.
Yeah. Oh, you got to tell this on here for the people of South. There's a lot of pissed off Italians on this side of the river.
Did that go pretty
you guys.
viral?
Yeah, well, it got like 250,000 on Instagram, and then like I think like 100,000 on TikTok.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was so fucking funny,
Yeah,
dude.
all right, so what happened was, so this was like the early days. This was like 2018, back before COVID, back before but
Yeah,
back when I could get hard.
Yeah.
So I for whatever reason I've always had like an interest in just like fucking with like Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I would just go into colleges that I didn't know and just be like, just start
Just
rumors
stirring it
about
up.
people in the college.
Really? When you were that young?
I don't know. When I was like in high school, I was a
Yeah.
very miserable person. But I would just start rumors. I'd be like, yeah, fucking Ted's gay. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody knows. And they're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. You're like, I'm in the other class.
And then I would get kicked out. It was a very routine thing. But
Sure.
I joined all these Italian groups because they're just crazy. So I joined the South Jersey Italian. No, actually, it was real South Philly Italians was
Yeah.
the group.
And there's nobody that is more proud of being Italian than somebody that's from South Philly.
Yeah,
I'm South Philly Italian. It's kind of, they go as a pair. South Philly Italian.
Exactly. So I had to get the lay of the land for about
Sure.
a month before posting.
Sure.
So, and I would comment on things. I'd be like, and very nice comments. I'd be like, I fucking love you, Lenny. I love you. And I noticed people were doing like memorials of people who died.
Yeah.
And my friend Lemaire, he's this big black guy.
Yeah.
People probably know who he is. 'cause,
Lameezy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Still a famous boy now.
Yeah.
yeah, he is. So we were like watching a football game, and I was just like, would it be funny because he was wearing like a cowboy hat. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just posted in an Italian group like a fake memorial that I adopted you? So I'll actually read the.
Please, dude, if you could pull up word for word, because I don't want to miss a beat on this.
Okay, so I also for continuity, I could send you guys the picture and you could put it.
Oh, please.
up for the
Yeah,
thing.
that would be great.
So it's a picture of him in a cowboy hat and like a wife beater, and he's just like it's very deadpan. It looks like an 1800s photo.
Yeah. If
I'll see
that
if
was
I
in
can
black
find
and
it.
white.
Yeah. Shit, where is it?
I just love fucking with people in Facebook groups, on marketplaces, what I like to do.
This could not be more up Dan's alley.
Yeah,
Like,
this is,
yeah.
I
This
love
stunt
trolling
that you
as a
pulled.
teenager too.
All right, so this is. Hold on. I'm trying to find like the picture because the picture's crazy.
Yeah, well, we could put it in here and post
Okay,
it.
yeah,
The picture.
But I'll just show you guys just because he has a he was holding a shotgun. I forgot about that.
I know the exact picture that you're talking about. He's in a beater. He's got a cowboy hat on, and he's holding a gun. Right?
Yeah, it's this right here.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I mean,
The craziest photo I've
Oh
ever
my
seen.
God.
So it's a RIP post. So it's a picture of that, and it reads, "RIP to my adopted brother Jamal in quotations Blackie Flanzio, who passed away last November 2017. In 1987, we adopted him, and he adopted our Italian culture." Italian emoji.
Yeah.
We felt so terrible because his family put him up for adoption for being mentally challenged or something.
Or something.
He died tragically after celebrating Trump's victory after having a fucking heart attack. First my cousin, now him. So the first my cousin, that's actually based on an earlier post that nobody realized. So, who's the guy in Sopranos, the young guy?
Christopher.
Christopher. I posted a picture of Christopher, and I was like, my cousin died of a heart attack from yelling at a waiter. And people, nobody really
They
picked up
glossed
on
over
it.
that. They're like, "Oh, may he rest in peace."
Yeah, it was a really old picture of Christopher. So I typed like Christopher like 1905 or whatever.
Yeah.
And nobody noticed it. People were just like, "Oh man, this guy's it's really sad."
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, my fucking grandpa died from that too. The
First
old
my
lady
cousin, now him.
And now,
Yeah.
what was the response you got to the Lemaire post? Like
Oh.
the comments rolling in, right?
so sincere for the first. So I got like 100 comments. The most sincere things. It was like, hold on, I'm like. Because I don't have being Italian is not what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside that counts. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's what's on the outside. Because I can't be like, I'm black on the inside. Let me say the bad words.
Right, exactly.
Because that is the thing where it's clearly on the outside.
Yeah.
Clearly on the outside. Yeah.
And some of the other ones were like, you guys are so beautiful and nice. Like, it's amazing that you would do that for such a big black. But, but it was one of those things where, but then one person called it out and they were like, you piece of shit, this is not true. And they pulled up a picture of like Lemaire's profile. They're like, they're friends. This is, they're like,
That's when you know, like, it worked, though. That you got someone to investigate enough to look into both your profiles and go, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
He pulled up a picture of like me and Lemaire, like, well, because we did something. We had this group called the Ragu Boys. Did you guys ever
You
know
also
about
have an affinity for Italians.
Oh, yeah.
And messing with Italians.
Well, I am
Which
part
I love.
Italian, so I'm kind of
You can do
self-hating.
it.
Yeah.
What's the Ragu Boys?
Oh, this is a classic group. So it was me. You guys know Ben Farrell?
yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was me, Ben Farrell, Lemaire Lee, and Brendan Crick. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was us four, and we did one sketch. It was actually pretty good, but Brendan deleted it because he
Because of
doesn't
racism.
he doesn't do he like wanted to be a real person.
Sure.
So he deleted that, but it was a funny sketch. But we had this one. So we had this show at Fit. You guys know Fit?
Yes.
The
Philly's Improv
Theater. Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't prepare at all. And we probably had
Classic.
the worst bomb for 10 minutes because we were just doing Italian, but we all froze up because we're not improv people. All just completely bombed.
Yeah.
And that was the last of the Ragu
but
Boys.
what was the sketch?
We had a picture. Oh, the sketch was just us catcalling. And it was Elena Clune in the sketch.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And Elena Clune just walking. We were just yelling out, hurling, like, basically, kind of insults. Like, my one friend Ben was like, "Are you at school? Because I want to shoot kids in you." And it was like, fuck, what were some of the other ones?
So the whole sketch was just you guys getting edgier and edgier with your cat calls as it went on.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, for one of them, it turned. I wish I could find this, but it was Lemaire
amazing.
talking about. It goes black and white, and it was Lemaire saying that he got molested by Pat and Gino, and it's like this sad, black and white thing, and it's just me laughing in the background because we did the take like 100 times, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
because it's just insanity.
I can picture Lemaire too, just being in the I got molested by Pat and Gino.
And he's doing like that, he's doing like that sad face too,
Yeah.
so it makes it even funnier.
He's like, oh no.
And it's after catcalling. So it's like,
I love Italian cat calling is amazing. It was
Yeah.
Italian-based cat calling, at least accents and everything.
yeah.
That's also probably the worst place you could have. There could be a more worse place than for that sketch trying it out at the Philly Improv Theater.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of like the
Damn.
idea.
And was like an improv
They probably hated
audience
you
there
guys.
too. Like they love improv and they showed up and they were like,
Well,
what
wasn't
the
that
fuck?
actually? We didn't do any. That was like a sketch we shot like really nicely.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the one we did we just froze up and we were just like, you fucking retarded. Just no, like everybody. I've never seen an improv group. Everybody freezes up. Nobody leading the charge.
Yeah.
Just complete just terrible.
Then for 10 minutes, you guys are all just kind of looking around at each other, just like
Yeah, and it's
the
not-
Italian slowly wearing off.
It's not blaming the crowd. It's not saying, "Oh, they're woke," because some people blame the crowd when they do shitty at things. No,
It was us.
we didn't say like anything.
Yeah.
We're just like, nice audience we got here.
How did you get out of that? Like, did
just eat it or what?
Did you guys just start to trail off and then you're like, let's fucking call
Yeah,
it?
forget about it.
Yeah. We just ate it for 10 minutes because
You just like slowly shuffled off.
and we like advertised this like this was gonna be like the fucking greatest thing ever. We're like, this is well, and it was also. I remember so we did stand up after.
Oh my god.
We were like,
man.
we'll lead off with this, and then we'll show our killer stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, were they in it for this? Like, were they into the stand up, or were they just keep on like thinking about what just happened?
Well, they're into Lemaire's stand up because Lemaire and Crick were good, but me and Ben had just like started, so it's just like, they already hate us.
And then you
from
just
the
did more of
sketch.
the same Italian impressions.
No, we're bad too.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no winning him back.
Right. That's the worst order you could have done. You should have done your stand up first, then did the sketch after. You guys are like, we're gonna win them with the sketch.
Yeah, well, because the thing is too, it's like they also because Lemaire and Brendan were doing it for longer. They had Ben obviously go up first after those.
Yeah.
So just to be like, oh, remember the guys you hate?
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah. You know, what's the deal with this Donald Trump guy? Huh?
You're like, it's just gonna. Now you got me solo.
He's crazy. You know.
He's crazy.
I look at him and go, wow, this guy's crazy. You can't believe it.
You
Yeah.
go from doing Italian impressions to just Trump impressions the entire time. You guys should have
At
just
the Philly Improv Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's kind of embarrassing is like I've had girlfriends like tell their mom, they're like, "Oh, Matt does a great Trump impression." So I'm just doing the Trump impression. Like, tell
at
me
dinner.
this. Yeah, and they're like, "Come on."
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is the worst, dude.
Now, you were saying when they were commenting on, going back to the initial post on Facebook, like the rest in peace post, I'm sure there was a lot of people in there using, which is debatable, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, those hand emojis that look like praying hands, but
Yeah.
they could also be hands high-fiving, and that's very a big debate.
Or hitting their wife because they're Italian.
Yeah, I was going to
Very
say, you said
fitting.
Italian emoji. I didn't know if it was a wife with a black eye, a wife
yeah,
beater.
yeah. Or-
But those hands, I'm trying to, like, are they high-fiving or are they praying? Because I'll
They're
get text.
praying.
They are praying. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's prayer.
Because you can type in and it'll show up for both. At least on my phone, if you type in high five, it'll show up. If you type in praying, it'll show up. So like when my mom texted me like, "Oh, like your Aunt Donna died," is it? Are you high fiving because she was a bitch, or are you praying?
Yeah.
Like, what is the?
Good question.
So yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Also,
You guys say pray.
I had to comment on the decor. This is the most chaotic because you have a Mormon Bible,
Thank
a
you.
picture of Gary Busey,
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. This
Yeah.
is the most wild decor.
yeah, we have pictures. Brendan, you still got to print out pictures of yourself from your
Yeah,
younger
we
days.
decorated the place for you specifically, Matt. We knew you were a big Gary Busey fan, so we brought that in.
We got a map of the Barnegat
yeah.
Danny
Bay.
DeVito, who
I love his
isn't-
role in Black Sheep with Chris Farley.
Yes. Yeah.
The classic Chris Farley's best movie, Black Sheep.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Chet Stedman guy in terms of the Gary Buse,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
Gary Abuse.
The Gary
fan club.
abuse, yeah, the Gary
Gary
abuse.
abuse.
He actually is accused of sexually assaulting people at a horror con in Cherry Hill.
In
a few
Cherry
years
Hill.
ago.
Oh, well,
Local.
who has it?
Yeah, it was massive.
That's why they have those things.
So he
Yeah.
he is innocent until proven guilty. We stand with Gary until he does get proven
Until
guilty.
he does get
Yeah.
convicted.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the Diddy stuff?
Yes.
Oh, I did see
That
that.
was wild.
Yeah, P.
What's
Diddley.
what's the story with that? Because he had them hurled at him, and so did Jamie Foxx, I believe.
They're all, they're all starting to come out. But Diddy, I've been hearing, has been having wild accusations against him for a very long time.
Yeah, well,
Really?
there's these things called freak offs.
Yeah, which is what Dwight Howard was getting into, right?
Oh yeah, but he was having what he was doing, which is really fucked up. He was hiring male prostitutes to fuck his wife at the time,
Yeah.
which was like really crazy.
Dwight
Who,
Howard. was?
Dwight?
No, this was
P. Diddy, yeah.
Dwight
Interesting.
would never do something like that.
No, I think what Dwight was doing is he'd have dudes dress up as ladies and
Yeah.
either fuck or be fucked by them.
That's
Oh.
what I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but I
now-
would speak on it, but he told me to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
So now, what was Diddy doing? What's he accused of exactly?
So
Sexual
that
assault?
where he was hiring a bunch of like just dudes to come in and like bang his wife. That he would call these freakouts. It sounded like a
Freak off?
big
Freak offs.
freak offs.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Freak off. Get it right.
Yeah.
But he would hire these dudes to have freak offs without. It sounds like without the consent of the lady. But then it sounds like she settled out of court within like a day.
Yeah, which is very suspect because it's like if somebody settles out in court that quickly
For
and
something
just pays
that's
up
so
30 million,
horrific.
yeah, just been like, all right, here's 40 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you guys take it, or would you want to go to trial?
I mean, obviously, I'd take it.
I'd take it too.
yeah.
I'd take $40.
Because I got molested as a kid and I got no payback.
Really?
So it's like that's
Damn. Is the statute of limitations out on that one?
well, yeah, kind of. It's like
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
nah, it's all good. It's one of those. But
But
sometimes
you're like, damn it, I wish it was Diddy.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I was saying like because because that's the bad part about getting because I remember I tried a bit that never worked ever.
Yeah.
About how because like for Catholic pedophile, well, for Jewish pedophiles, you get to go on planes,
Right, yeah.
Like, but like for a Catholic pedophile, you're fucking a guy who makes like 20 grand a year and lives in a basement.
Lives in a
You're
rectory.
in the goddamn rectory
Yeah,
while he's hitting your rectory.
Yeah.
yeah. You make a guy who makes like below minimum wage just to live with other guys.
Yeah.
and you're like, this is just gay.
Right. Yeah, that's true. No perks. Really, no perks at all.
Yeah, but but people did not like that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Were you doing that in Philly or
I
LA
did that.
or both?
I did that at L. Maybe you don't do that at a. Maybe you don't do that at like an
Yeah, LA
alt
crowd.
mic in LA. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't be like, all right, I'm cruising on this momentum. They like me. Let's close with something new.
Dude, they would kill at a synagogue fundraiser though. They
Oh,
would,
no,
they,
They do not like that stuff.
damn.
They do not like when they.
I love picturing you being like just killing and be like, all right, I'm gonna get out of here on this.
Oh, that's exactly what I
Got
did.
one more for you.
Yeah, and just hit him with that story.
I've done that so many times where I'm just like, oh, they love me.
Yeah,
Let's hit
now's
them
the
with,
time.
Let's hit them with a new one where I kind of stutter during this.
Now, did that really happen? Is that a true story?
What?
The diddly that happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to get into it.
Sure.
But
Well, you brought it up.
we
We were on the topic of P Diddy, so.
Yeah, P. Diddley.
But yeah, P Diddley. It sounds like Jamie Foxx. They're trying to take down now
They're trying to take it down all our good black men.
all our good
Yeah.
black men, dude. Yeah. First Will Smith.
It's not who's black on the outside. It's black on the inside.
That's right, dude. It's about
Yeah.
what's
Black
on the
man
inside.
on the inside.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx, they can't take him down, dude. He's too talented.
Yeah. And he's too pretty.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous
Got
man.
that smooth ass skin.
Yeah.
Can't take that smooth skin, brother.
If you're that talented, it takes longer. Like the math on dudes who do molest people, it takes longer to bring them down. You know, Michael Jackson, prime example.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was so talented. It takes so long.
So, Subway Jared took so long.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
talented.
talk about a talented guy.
Yeah.
Fucking just being fat as
Held up
ever,
pants.
and then not being fat.
So how fat do you got to be where it's just like eating sandwiches makes you lose 100 pounds?
What were you eating that footlongs was causing you to shed weight?
Oh yeah, because whenever I've eaten like Subway or anything like that a significant amount of time, I just feel horrible all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Usually, if you start eating hoagies on a regular basis, that is what kicks you into gaining 30 to 40 pounds.
Now, I went as Jared from Subway for Halloween one time,
Yep.
and I have two questions with him. Do you think he's working in the cafeteria in prison, and do you think he's going to come out of jail 20 years from now ripped? Just absolutely fucking jacked.
No, but yeah, he only got 20 years, right?
I don't know exactly what he got, but whenever he gets out, he's going to be shredded.
No way, dude.
I
He's
think
going back into Fatland.
Yeah. Well, it depends. If he went full Nazi, he might be shredded, but if he didn't, he won't get shredded.
Nobody's letting him get a chance on the bench press, anything. He can't even lift in there.
Yeah.
He'll probably get stabbed.
I think he actually already has been assaulted multiple times.
Oh, really?
I don't. Everybody
hope
in
so.
prison hates the people that are pedophiles or molesters, or they just go after
Yeah,
them.
out of prison too.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah,
But
but
yeah.
in prison, you'll have
Yeah.
somebody that's committed a quadruple homicide, and they'll be like, "Hey, that guy's a piece
Yeah,
of
and
shit."
they're like,
Yeah.
respect.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, because it is the worst crime you could commit. Because it's just like because
Yeah.
for murder you can kind of fathom why somebody. Because you can't because there's no degrees of child molestation where they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
where they're like, he was hungry. It was
Yeah.
just impulsive.
Right,
Yeah,
It was a crime of passion.
It wasn't in the heat of passion. Yeah, exactly.
His wife wouldn't give him pussy, so he had to do it. Like, there's no stipulation for that.
Yeah.
So I do kind of get, but it is also funny, like an actual rapist. Well, not well, actually, I'm not saying they're
They're
not.
like, well,
But I was saying,
at least they were of age.
But I was saying, yeah, they're like, yeah, because it is funny. Like a guy, like I don't know, Ted Bundy or something would just be like, this guy's fucked up. This guy fucked
Yeah,
kids.
Ted Bundy would be like, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You watched the documentary?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the part I found weirdest though is the woman was like having sexual. I know she was trying to get info about him, but she was just like, "Oh, it was terrible." She's like, "Oh," but I'm like, you don't do that for hours a day. You do that for an hour, and then you get all the information.
Yeah.
Because at some point, I'm like, I think you just enjoy flirting with this guy.
right. He was charming, apparently.
Yeah, they're like doing it on months on end.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I'm like, you could get information pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Because in the conversation, he was just like, yeah, 13-year-olds are. I think at then you could be like, see?
There we go.
There you go. Got it on tape. She went the full mile. Yeah. She went all in on it. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, you want me to lick your ass? And I was just like, I think you just want to be wanted, bro.
Right. They're like, Miss, we did not ask you to do that. And she's like, I was trying to. She's a
Yeah,
method
they
actor.
didn't say that. They're like, yeah, we didn't ask her to do all that.
Yeah. That seems to be the case. Like Jared from Subway, same thing. There was that lady who was eventually the person that got him convicted. She was like really getting in there of like getting information, and I'd be like, dude, I would be so sick to my stomach. Like after he whispers one time, like, I like kids. It's like, can you just be like, we got him? But
think
she was like, we got to get him to talk more.
I think some people just love attention to a certain point where
Yeah.
they're like, well, this pedophile likes me.
Right.
I got to hold on to this like praise for as long as I can.
Right. It's gonna take us a couple more years, boys.
Yeah, it's gonna take at least 5 more years.
Yeah.
A few more compliments. I need.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Jared gets fucking knifed though. I saw that Derek Chauvin just got knifed.
Oh,
Yeah.
The old George
he
Floyd
did, yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
So there, prison is a good, everyone shits on prison, but I think they got a good system going in there.
Everybody shits on prison. Everybody's like, I don't want to go there.
Everyone's like, I don't like prison.
Well, who shits on prison the most is the Eastern State Penitentiary. You ever go on the tour there?
Yeah.
Over in Philly? And they're basically just like, it's obviously about, not those types of crimes, but other crimes, the incarceration rates and how for-profit prisons are a problem. And they're basically like, we need to let a lot of people out of prison.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really love prison. That's what's dividing this country.
They got their own ecosystem in there. It's survival of the least molested.
What's the show where people purposely go into prison to see how long they can make it? What is
Undercover Boss?
Yeah, it's the C-level executives that work with the peasants. They're like, what the fuck is
Imagine
this?
like the guy who runs the prison does an episode of Undercover Boss and has to go fuck. Man, these conditions suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a show.
You just get stabbed the first day, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, tune in next episode."
Yeah.
Or like, when like celebrities work at Dairy Queen, they're like, let's go to jail for a day.
Yeah.
They're just like getting raped constantly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what there was a show that did that where people were like, yeah, I can make it for the full 90 days. They put them in there for like 90 days, and there's people that are
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, that's
the president's just fucking a fat guy who's American. It is kind of offensive, like how much wealth we have compared to other countries, where it's just like a girl like will just let Big Ed like eat her pussy. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at that and being
Yeah.
like, this is better than where I'm living.
Right. Yeah.
got a lot of those over here in the old South Jersey.
What do you think you would where do you think you would survive longer if you did 90 days in prison or 90 days like that show Alone in the Woods by yourself?
Oh no, prison for
Prison.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
prison
they
you have
feed
a
you.
commissary, they feed you, whether you're getting dick or Cheez-Its. I would survive in
Yeah.
prison a lot easier. Alone, I'd be out. First thing I'd be looking for is my Marriott rewards card. Like, where's the closest fucking hotel?
Right.
I can't start a fire on my own. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could just like get killed on my own rather than like drown or just starve to death.
Yeah,
Yes.
get eaten by a
The
bear.
types of deaths you would have to go through on Alone are way worse than what you could have in prison.
Okay, well, let's say that they keep you fed the whole time and you just got to worry about shelter and just being outside at all times. Still prison?
Yeah,
I
still
think?
prison. Yeah.
I don't know. That changed a little bit. If I have like food,
Yeah.
That kind of, I mean, but it depends though. It's like, where are you in, like the wild with animals, or like what's the?
Typically, Alone has you up in the in Canada, in the middle of nowhere, up by a lake, and it's like freezing outside, snowing and shit.
Yeah.
Let's say like the Poconos. You're in but you're nowhere near, homes or civilization. It's just in terms of weather. It can get cold. But it's not like you're in Alaska where it's like so extreme where you're ice fishing.
Is the food? Are you eating like raw squirrel, or are you getting like a Little Caesar's pizza?
That's a good question.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna keep on going deeper into this. I'll take the Poconos though.
Yeah, I feel like I would be knifed pretty quickly in jail. So
yeah,
it's a tough call though.
Well, I don't think you'd be knifed quickly.
Yeah, maybe
you got swag.
Maybe I could get along with some peeps. I just join a group. Maybe if they have like a. I don't know if they have any boy bands in prison, but I feel like I could kind of slide into that. I feel like they do. Demographic.
They recruit that by if they put their pocket, they're outside. They put their pocket outside their pants, and you go up and you hold on to it. That's how you join.
You got some light skinned brother swag.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If I get a shape up.
Oh yeah, if you get a shape. Oh, dude, if you get a shape, you gotta get a shape up.
I used to have one.
Oh,
back in high school, dude. I went through a phase.
We compared the photos on the last episode.
Yeah.
That UFC fighter. I forget
Rose Nagamaguna. I don't know how you say her last name.
Yeah, she.
I look exactly like
photo right here.
her.
Yeah. There's what they look like. Yeah,
that's actually
pretty sexy, right?
In the right mustache, you could be like Guatemalan, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
In the right mustache?
With the right shape up and a mustache, I could be a hot Guatemalan woman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you could say essay with the right the right fade.
Man, I forgot about essay.
Yeah.
We should bring that back.
Essay and love.
I don't think it needs to be brought back. I think we're just white. So
I think we should incorporate it.
Bring it back.
We can't lose our language here.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a good
Let's
term.
bring it back, like speaking Spanish. Let's bring back Spanish.
Casually speaking Spanish. Like,
bring it back. Como te llama?
Yeah.
Puedo ir al baño? Juego el baseball?
Yeah.
I was in Cancun for my honeymoon. Me and my wife, and I could not have sounded like, oh yeah. I was like the most stereotypical, just white guy. Like, you get like they bring you a margarita, and it's like, muy bueno.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, chico.
Me blanco.
Do you think they respect you more for trying to speak Spanish, or like if you just spoke English, would they just be like, yeah? It's
I think they're really polite and they laugh it off, and then they go back in the kitchen and they go, "This guy's a fucking douchebag."
gringo.
Yeah. Well, I think it's if you do it fluently, they like it. But I think if you don't
roll your R's,
yo soy,
they're like, yo soy quesadilla.
Yeah,
you guys got quesadilla. But because that's the problem is sometimes I think Americans speak Spanish and then explain what they meant in English because the Spanish is broken, which is so much worse.
Yeah, it's like when you just like start raising your voice and you start yelling when you're trying to explain still in English, and they're like, "No, I can hear you. You're just not speaking the same language."
They're like, "K ora s bathroom over there."
Yeah.
What's going on?
You just go back and forth between the languages. Yeah.
De donde beer in my face.
That was like the Adam Sandler movie Spanglish. It was just a woman who didn't speak English, and him just doing that.
Yeah.
Him just being like, oh. Being like, ¿cómo se llama? Water. I love this. And it's also kind of funny because the whole premise is just like, guys will love a woman if she's just hot and doesn't speak their language. Like,
yeah, we don't even care what language you're speaking.
Yeah, because if I feel like for a woman, you couldn't make that movie. Just speak like a guy who does speak like, I couldn't make a movie with Margot Robbie and just a guy being like gay. Like, oh my god, I love this guy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen some of the meteorologists on Spanish TV channels? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically pornography.
Yeah, big booty Latinos.
I got a huge hurricane in my pants, if you know what I mean. Hurricane Steve Harvey in there.
Fuck yeah. Now, we obviously are a couple of...
Sorry, did I touch your
Jesus
leg?
Christ.
Did I touch your leg?
Sorry about that today.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, did I touch your leg?
A little sty infection there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to touch your leg.
I didn't need to get in invade your space.
No homo, pause.
He called no homo.
No homo, pause. What's the new thing that kids are saying these days?
Pause means no homo.
Pause? Yeah. Really? That's what now they say pause?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where have you been living?
Damn, not around the kids as much as I thought I have been.
Yeah.
Pause. It's,
You live close to a school. You should have heard it.
Sus is kind
one.
of
Yeah.
something.
Sus. Oh, sus. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
They
But
seem- they
that
seem
can
that-
go with a lot of different
Yeah.
stuff.
But they seem to add "ussy" on the end of everything, like a little.
I say
Turkussy.
no Mario Cantone.
Yeah,
I just named gay guys.
yeah. No Rique Iglesias.
No, no
It
Neil.
sounds like you're saying I don't speak Spanish. No Rique Iglesias.
Oh, Ricky Martin over here.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, he's gay. I was so disappointed when I heard that. I was like, the living the vida loca guy. That's a gay guy.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
what?
I was
Didn't he go to
thinking of
jail,
Ricky
too?
Martin. I said Ricky Iglesias. It's Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
At
My
first, I thought he
apologies.
said Gabriel Iglesias. I'm like, a gay man doesn't have that bad a style.
Yeah, that's true.
Just wear
Gay man does not wear cargo shorts. Yeah,
Is Enrique just the Spanish version of Ricky?
I don't know. I'd have to ask our Spanish expert,
Yeah.
Matt Byrne.
Yeah.
Enrique is just a very sexual way of saying Ricky, because
Oh,
Ricky's
yeah.
like a guy that, like, you know, lives in a trailer, but like Enrique.
Yeah.
You look like you could possibly be like a good drug dealer in Spain or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I'd be a
right
very
now.
bad drug dealer.
They,
I'd be like, I got cocaine. Come over here for the coke.
yeah, Blanco. Do you want Coke?
Yeah, the Blanco. I've
Yeah.
never. Yeah, I've seen people do. Do you guys do coke?
I
Yeah.
did years
Say
ago.
it on wax if you're still doing it.
Yeah. Everything we say here is on wax.
Yeah,
Is that another kid phrase?
on wax the wax
no,
museum.
no pause on my Kokussy, but yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
If you don't
Oh,
want
man.
it to count, you just say put it on wax.
Yeah. I did.
You do wax on, wax off.
I think the first time I did cocaine
Karate
was
Kid?
circa 2015, I think, from a guy named DB in Canada.
It's not that long ago. you're like, yeah, I did coke back
Back
in the
in
day.
like 91.
You were out of college. So
Yeah, back in the day, 2015.
yeah.
I guess that is a long time because I always forget that's 9 years ago now.
Wow, that's fucking
Yeah, it's about to be
crazy,
9
dude.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so like in Jared from Subway could easily.
Yeah, statute of
All-
limitations on
yeah.
Dan's cocaine use.
all over that one.
Right.
That's when he was arrested, I think. I remember I learned at a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I was driving through Chick-fil-A on the news.
Man,
They said,
Damn.
a little bit ironic. Thank God you weren't at Subway.
Chio in the morning came on and said Jared's arrested. And you're like, fuck, this is not how I wanted to find out this news.
And you were at
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A where they they have very high morals, in terms of fast food chains.
oh, they actually do.
They
don't-
really do. They have the best customer service.
They don't let any of those rainbow people.
Not on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the Lord's Day.
Yeah.
But I've talked to gay people about that. They're like, I still love Chick-fil-A.
They're like, yeah,
But
the chicken's just too good.
Yeah, they're like a kind of because like gay guys like guys who are homophobic. I don't know if you know this.
Really?
They do. Because I remember this one guy.
It's the ultimate chase.
Yeah, because I remember this
Oh,
one
yeah.
guy because he was a gay guy who liked straight guys. And he's like, I actually like when they're homophobic because then when I flip them, it's even better.
Yeah.
Damn. It's
And I'm like,
That seems to be the case for a lot of gay guys where it's like the ultimate thrill is flipping it straight.
yeah, well, because he was saying he's like too many straight guys are acting feminine now and accepting of gays. He's like, now I don't even like straight guys. He's like,
They want a masculine man.
yeah, he was just like, yeah, it was crazy. So I'm like,
I get targeted a lot. I look like I could be easily flipped.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
so when he said he liked homophobic guys, I'm like, all right, queer.
Oh, really?
all right, queer.
Yeah.
should we try flipping gay women? You want to just try and flip a lesbian?
Oh, that's impossible. I've
Yeah.
tried.
They're
I
really-
don't know. You give her a strap on, you might have at it.
Yeah, I mean, if
Is that
you,
really flipping her? I don't know.
I don't know. If you flip a woman, you gotta argue with her and be like irrational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta become a woman.
Yeah,
Right.
it's so funny when you look at the divorce rates by all the different classes like that, though. Classes, spectrum. I don't know what you want to call them.
The autism spectrum.
yeah.
Gay, lesbian.
Yeah.
All of the autism spectrum.
What, gay men have the lowest divorce rates because they have no women involved, and
Oh,
lesbians have the highest divorce rate because it's 2 women involved.
Yeah, because not to be misogynistic, but women don't know what they want. You want to become that podcast?
Right.
Like the women, they're only looking for 6-figure guys. They don't like us common folk anymore.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what it probably
Sign
is,
up for
though?
my course.
The gay guys, they even if they're married, they continue to bang dudes constantly.
Yeah.
Where lesbians are probably more monogamous. And I think these gay guys are like, I don't give a shit because they're always cheat, like they're always in like open relationships and constantly getting ass.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, this works, dude, because they're basically not like, I'm still living my life how I would normally.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I mean, this is, you know, some
But open relationships for straight people never work though. It's like
No.
because it's like you can fuck like I can
Yeah,
fuck
gay
like
guys have it great, dude.
well because the problem is with being a straight dude, like you can fuck like 1,000 women, your wife fucks one guy and you're like, I fuck.
Yeah, what is wrong
My whole
with
life
you?
is
Yeah.
apart.
Right.
You're like, somebody please kill her. I can't put up with the shame.
Yeah. And then you're like, Your Honor, it was the heat of passion. And the judge is like, we totally understand.
Well, and in open relationship too, it's always the girl gets way more and the guy just gets like ghosted by like, you know. He goes on a bad coffee date and like the girl fucks like 30 guys and you're like, ah.
Right.
And then you're like, can we go back? She's like, I'm actually enjoying myself. And you're
Yeah.
like, ah.
There's no going back.
Have you ever been involved with a lady from South Jersey?
Yeah,
Jersey?
that's a weird. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Going in that direction. We're talking about threesomes. Dan's like, now, have you ever dated a local from South Jersey?
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was like, I thought it was gonna be like, have you ever been in an open relationship?
Yeah,
have you ever
me too.
he's like, have you ever been with one of those South Jersey girls?
Have you
I
ever
was-
dated a woman out of your jurisdiction?
Outside of your local municipality, because the ladies over here probably, you know, they're pretty batshit crazy, and I want to see what kind of crazy shit they're into.
I think it's the opposite. Every time I've dated a girl who lives in the like,
Where'd you
in the
grow up,
burbs,
by the way?
Newtown, PA, the Bucks.
Yep.
But I don't know. I like the Jersey because usually the Jersey people are like Jersey girls are more traditional. So it's not like it's not like this whole thing where they're like, actually, I want to fuck like 4 guys, but you still take me on a date. It's not like that weird dynamic,
Right.
Yeah.
Like because I remember in Philly it was like that. It was just like it's like if they're like you're basically gay if you want a relationship with them.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
You're
they'll call you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
The
like-
city girls are different than the suburban.
Oh yeah, I remember I put on a condom once, and she was like, "What did you not like pussy? What is going on? What do you hate pussy, bro? What's going on?"
You got fucking shamed into not wearing a condom.
Meanwhile, over here, you would have to ask her dad's permission to fuck her on the second time, or like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
yeah, very traditional, very high morals of these ladies.
Wow.
Actually, I don't know about that part. That's I don't know if you're asking a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're asking a 24-year-old's mom.
Yeah,
Dan always did. That's where when he would date a woman, he would immediately the second date would ask if he could penetrate.
yeah, yep.
And they would go, "Why are you asking me this?" And he's like, I
asking
thought,
the dad is crazy.
yeah.
Well, there's actually I do have my own. Usually we talk about different bad boys of the week on here.
Oh, yeah, you got a
If
bad boy?
Last week it was a guy that drove on the sidewalk 10 minutes from here and ran over people, took a mom and daughter hostage. Great situation.
Simpsons hit and run.
Yeah, basically that's all I pictured in my head. We said it was a Grand Theft Auto type of moment.
In Haddonfield.
I met a bad boy that gave me sage advice this past week.
Oh wow, do you tell?
Yeah, shout out to Steve from Gloucester Township.
Shout out Steve.
Yeah, this was the guy.
Sorry.
God, we need some sound effects.
Steve.
Sorry,
wanted-
it's Matt's natural reaction.
Steve, yeah. We didn't have the sunglasses on. You'd be able to see your sty just bulging out of your eyes like a cartoon character. So Steve approached me on a dock on a lake last week when I was fishing, and he comes up behind me. He's on the phone. He's wearing Eagles pajama pants with a leather coat, and he's got a Black and Mild. This guy is probably in his late 40s.
That's the most Philly thing I've ever heard in my life.
And he's on the phone, and he's immediately as he's approaching the dock, and he's like, "Hold on, there's some Biden bro in my spot." And I'm like wearing like what I'm wearing right now, and I'm like, "How the fuck did you get that from that?" So then he comes up to me, he's like, "I'm Steve," and he hangs up on the phone.
Introduces himself.
First thing he says is he hangs up the phone. Has a flip phone, by the way. Closes it like this. And you know the loud slam of that flip phone when you close it. Remember how that was? With authority, closed it. And the first thing he says to me is, "Never start dating within 3 months of getting out of prison." And he's like, because all it is going to be a problem when you go back into prison. And I was like, that is the best advice I've ever heard. So I sat there for 2 hours talking to this guy. 5 minutes later, after having that conversation, he just pulls his dick out and starts pissing in the water. Not even turns away. He's just talking mid-conversation and pulls his dick
love
out
that.
and just starts pissing. and he's just smoking a black and mild. He's sitting there like wild, out of control
Those
guy.
are prison rules, dude.
Those are. So yeah, it goes back to that main thing, and I'm like, actually, that is pretty good advice.
I think you're acting kind of soy boy about it, TBH, bro. TBH, like for a truth is. You kind of remember that on Facebook?
Like for a truth is.
Like for a truth is.
I'm
Truth
like,
is.
yeah.
Mine
I was
always
liking
sucked.
it.
It was like, truth is, I don't really know you that well.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. Thought I was gonna get pussy from the like
Yeah.
truth is.
Yeah, truth is, I don't know anything interesting about you to give you a good enough answer, and you're like, appreciate it.
Oh, always got that.
Yeah.
Ruined my self-esteem for years to come. Anyway, you're talking about.
Oh yeah, no, that was it. That was it.
That's also a really fucking lame move that he wanted. He had to tell you that he just got out of prison in some, like, he just floated that out there as a flex as soon as he could.
Yeah, within a couple of minutes of talking to me, and I just let him run. Like, I wasn't saying anything. I was
With guys
just
like that, you have to let them run because there's really no choice because they're just going to steamroll the conversation.
And as soon as and I was just like, this guy's can say way more interesting shit than I would. So I just was going with it.
Actually, you should have been like, after he said prison, you'd be like, did he get raped in there?
Yeah.
and he left it open ended too, and I'm mad I didn't dig into it because he just said dating. Like, it wasn't definitive that he was talking to a woman on the other end. And I would love if this guy was late 40s. He had the slicked back hair, but only had like 5 strands of hair, but he still slicked it back, like one of those guys.
The Mr. Burns cuts.
Exactly. Yeah. So I really wanted. I couldn't find.
I wonder what he was in prison for.
Probably a white collar crime, if I could guess.
I don't know, if a guy in PJs and a black and mild, he might have been a blue collar boy.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely wasn't anything like on the stock market or anything. It was definitely tried to rob a 7-Eleven with an airsoft gun. Yeah. Probably one of those kind of guys.
Probably catcalling. Probably construction worker. Probably catcalled the wrong broad.
Yeah. Should get him in the sketch.
Well, because
He just fucking crushes it.
Well, because the thing is, a lot of catcalls just kind of sound like threats. They're like, I'd fucking be all over that.
I'd fucking take you home and not let you go. And you're like, okay.
Think they catcall in prison?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I want to see those.
From cell to cell?
Yeah, at night when they lock the doors and you people screaming out of them. Yeah, they definitely do.
Woo! Oh, you got a nice one there.
Yeah. Whoever's in cell 722.
What'd you commit? Insurance fraud? You're looking sexy.
Yeah.
You got that insurance fraud body.
You might want to get an insurance on that butthole.
Big
Look at look at that fat double homicide.
big hips, no stomach. I like that.
Yeah.
That's real. It's real fucking mortgage fraud body. I like it.
Man, love that Grinch body you got going on.
Yeah, this guy definitely worked for FTX. This guy's sexy as hell. FTX, more like fuck the
xylophone.
Xylophone out
There's so
here.
many. You're really painting yourself into a corner for that one.
I'm gonna fuck the Xavier guy over there.
Fuck Professor Xavier. God damn it.
Here's a question going back to what we were initially talking about, answering questions on the internet.
Oh yes.
This one was on Advice for Teens. And the title was My Girlfriend's Parents.
Careful, Dan.
This one's, I think we can all relate to at some
Yeah,
point.
you just gotta be careful of the websites you've been visiting.
Yeah.
Advice for teens.
Yeah, I'm the moderator of this subreddit, actually.
Yeah, Dan's like is 4 inches.
Approved.
You're like Dan's like is 4 inches small.
So the question, not even the question he posed, the title was, My Girlfriend's Parents Are Going to Kill Me. This was from 2 weeks ago.
Love it.
He said, we were done, we were making out, I'm 17, she's 18. It got lustful, and I didn't even notice. I left a mark while kissing her neck and left a bunch of small hickeys. So now he says he feels so bad. What should I do? Any advice? He's like, her parents are going to kill me. And honestly, when I read this, I was like, that's her problem, right? I mean, how many girls did you leave little love bites on that was like, it came back on you? It's like, I think she's got to cover it up, right?
Well,
do some due diligence.
Congrats on him for getting a MILF. She's 18.
Yeah.
That is considered. Yep.
Yeah, if you're 17, any woman who's a little older, you're like,
Oh my god.
It's got, got a nice
it's-
old lady. Yeah.
Yeah,
what
it
do you
seems
smoke
like-
cigarettes, lady? So old.
It seems like they're 10 years older. They're
Yeah.
just like they've seen so much more life than me. They're a grade above.
My suggestion would so he just left a hickey on her neck.
He left a
that's it.
hickey on her neck, and he's afraid that her parents are going to kill him.
No, her parents would be like getting.
Yeah.
This guy gets pussy, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
my daughter.
Dad will come down and high five.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little fist bump.
The dad was like, I wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, at least somebody was able to do it.
Well, also, girls can put on, because the thing is, it would be more of a big deal if it was like a guy, because it would be so. But she could just put on like concealer or something.
And have her hair cover
True.
it and stuff. I feel like it was
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, if you got a hickey when you were a guy, when you were younger, you were fucked.
You were wide open.
Yeah.
You can't roll up in a turtleneck.
Yeah, no,
You know,
you
there's
can't.
nothing you could do.
Yeah.
It's also such a young man's game. Like you're just leaving stupid evidence that you've been getting ass like all over your fucking
Yeah.
body.
Oh yeah, because as an adult, you have to go into work and be like, yeah, no, she's 18. It's fine.
Imagine getting a hickey
Her
as an
parents are gonna be pissed though.
getting a hickey as an adult would be so embarrassing. You'd be
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing? You're getting hickeys,
What
dude."
would, what would happen if you showed up to Thanksgiving with hickeys on your neck?
I wouldn't show up. I'd be horrified.
I kind of like it, dude. If like a fucking like 70-year-old in your family got hickeys, you'd be like, nice, bro.
But they would have to go to the hospital for all that blood problem going on. It's basically a bruise, isn't
Exactly.
it? You're like, so,
Yeah, just a
man,
lesion.
Pussy's so fire, it sends you
to the ER.
Yeah, pussy's so fire, you need an IV afterwards, bro. That's what I would say if I had a grandma with a good ass pussy.
Is there a better way to go out from this world than having to get a hickey as like an 82-year-old and go into the hospital having a blood clot and die from it?
Oh yeah,
Dude, I mad
Love
respect for that. For whoever, yeah.
Yeah, well, anything that you die, like if you die as you get, 80 plus,
Oh, yeah.
you could really get creative, and like anything that's not a traditional, old age, heart attack is going to be pretty cool. You die of a hickey for sure, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
You die of motorcycle accident, they go, he's still got it, dude. He's still out there doing
Oh,
what he
yeah.
loved. Anything you can get real creative with it, and just fucking go out and go, blades of glory.
Complications from a hickey.
That would be the funniest like obituary.
yeah.
He passed late
Peacefully.
Saturday morning peacefully due to complications of a hickey.
And the
That's
wife's
how
like,
Mick Jagger's gonna go.
wife's like, actually died when I was giving him dome. He was beforehand.
I actually tried that. Remember when I was talking about trying to write fake obituaries for AI generated people?
Yeah.
I didn't know how in depth newspapers go. They verify obituaries with funeral homes, but I want to see how much you can get away with writing in obituaries. Because
It's tough. It's tough to crack through because they
will they edit
fact
it?
check you.
Will they edit it though? Like if you have a legitimate thing and like somebody died from it and you wanted to put that in there, would they be like, we got to edit this? I don't know.
No, I think it has to come like from the family. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're just taking free solicitations of like, hey, if anybody else wants to say something, we'll
No, but
print
like,
it.
let's say I want to write that in my family member's obituary,
Oh.
and I put it in there, and I submit it to the newspaper, and they're like, "Hey, can you not say that?" Like, I'd be like, "No, it's fine."
I think you would have to do it in a subtle way. Like you can't, be cursing or saying something too crass. But if you if you indicated something like, he did, what he
he
loved,
died doing what he loved.
Yeah.
canoeing,
Driving drunk. Yeah, you
like
can't do that.
fucking with all 7 of his best friends shirtless. Like I don't know, dude, you'd have to get creative.
You see the
There's, like,
classic-
Some
technically-
obituaries are wild because I remember one. It was just like one of them was like, I was kind of an absent father. I'd be like, don't snitch on me like that, bro. Like, don't call me a fucking absent father.
Actually,
Just say father.
This is the one. Remember when I was reading the obituary on here? We did a news story where there is an obituary glowing about a guy that murdered suicide of his wife, kids, and then himself. His obituary said how loving of a father he was, all this stuff, and it was kind of weird given the circumstances of the crime he committed.
Yeah, well, it was Chris Benoit.
Triple homicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit the cycle.
Yeah.
Ooh, he did it for the cycle.
Actually, that is pretty loving father. Because I mean, if you kill your wife, you mean it means you love her.
yeah, and
You
he wanted
know-
to take him with him.
Yeah, because if you don't like your wife, you just leave.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
kill her.
He didn't abandon his wife and kids.
Because that's the thing. Everybody wants to hate on the guy who kills his wife and be like, but you also want a loving boyfriend. Pick a side, bro.
Yeah.
Pick a side.
You're not
What do
thinking
you
about
want?
it from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another question as well.
Oh yeah.
This one's a little easier. More
How many
opinionated.
questions because I could answer questions all day.
How
These
about-
teens, bro.
This
They
one
need
isn't even-
help.
this isn't even a teen related question, but is an often.
Oh, you got too hard. You got too hard when you went on the website.
Yeah,
You're
was
like, I gotta change a website.
Yeah, I can't sit here and do this all morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can.
Matt, Jesus Christ.
No.
Damn.
So, sorry. Pause.
sick
Pause.
of this
Pause.
person
Pause.
over there.
Pause.
Sus, dude.
Pause.
So-
Pause. Pause.
Do you leave a tip for the maid at hotels when you leave the room? What do you guys do?
Well, I gotta be honest. I'm staying at like a Motel 6 most of the time, so no, I'm not.
You're not leaving a tip at the lower
Do you guys? No way you
I've
guys
never
are
done
tipping.
that.
No.
I've never done it either. The
Yeah.
only reason I could find myself doing it is if I left a place like in shambles of where I say in my head I feel bad for whoever's got to clean this shit up. I might leave a buck or two.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm never leaving the hotel. Like, sure, the bed's not made, but it's not like I'm leaving trash all over the
What
place.
Motel
And, like,
6 are you staying at?
I feel like
The comedy cabaret.
Why? You could just drive home.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just like in general, like if I'm staying in a hotel, I'm never staying at a nice enough hotel where I'm like, you know what? But now that you pose the question, I probably should be tipping.
I should too. I'm not going to do it. I'll forget about this question next time I stay at a hotel.
But yeah, for the record, on the podcast, we should, we'll say that we will be doing that.
No, I'll do that every single time.
Every single time.
They leave the light on for you at Motel 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you're obligated at Motel 6 to leave behind stiff sheets. Is that not a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah. You make like origami out of like the bath towel.
Yeah, I just go and I just drive to the comedy cabaret, just go to random rooms and jack off.
Yeah.
I do that at the Flying W. Yeah, it actually.
Well, that's what both of those hotels are still there for. Like, they're not. No one works there. They're just like, come and go as you please.
Yeah,
Pun
affairs. Yeah, it's just all affairs.
Yeah,
it's also like you gotta be in a really weird place to like as for an affair go to like Flying W.
Yeah,
it's just such a like weird. It's so remote.
That's the perfect spot.
Yeah, but I was saying it's so remote. You're just like you gotta feel guilty at that point. You're like, this is weird.
Right.
You're like, because at least like the Motel 6, the comedy cabaret is like on Roosevelt. It's like close to stuff, but like the Flying W, I'm like, it seems haunted.
Middle of nowhere. Yeah, well, I mean, that
be.
guy from the that one band, Montgomery Gentry, was the name of it. The guy died flying the plane there, and I think they sued the place into oblivion, and that's why it's like almost extinct. But it was just there in the pool. It's $20 to go in. You can drink in the pool. So I'm like, I'm fucking there.
Every time I've driven there, I've always just been. It's always really scary to drive there at night because it's like
it's kind of in the woods.
It's in the woods for like 10 miles.
Yeah,
You got to go down that long road off of Route 38 for a good ways.
Williamstown is like it's out. It's like in the boonies, dude. Like you start getting in like some really woodsy areas.
Yeah.
Remember starting comedy at the cabaret though? Like they had that little bar. You'd sit out there. It'd be like 11 to 15 other open micers.
Yeah.
And you'd just be performing for each other. Just dudes doing the most wild shit. White dudes saying the N-word.
That one was very wild compared to a lot of the ones.
Is that where you started? That's where I started.
Yeah, that was like the first. Oh man, the thing is when you do that, it's kind of crazy. It's like so disconnected to anything.
Yeah, from the world, from reality. Like no one there is a guy that you ever see like in your life otherwise, outside of the open mic.
Yeah, it's so because I remember I went there like even like 4 years ago, and I was like, I can't be in here.
Yeah,
especially during like the like on a show, it's different because it's like actual people, but it's like the energy at those open mics were really weird.
It was like it was a little
so
bit scary.
depressing.
It was depressing. It was dangerous. Everyone in there, you were like, you're never getting out of here.
Or you're never like.
I feel like you get sucked in.
Yeah, well, it's weird because there's people who just go up there and they're like, we don't want to go to those liberal pussy rooms in South Jersey. And I'm like, I don't even think they're that liberal over there because they're like even like places where nobody would be like, that's a fucking.
It's so funny too. It's like that's the distance that you were like, oh man, it's so different over there. You're talking about fucking South Jersey to Philadelphia. Yeah, where it's like most people like East Coast, West Coast. They're like, don't fucking go to that bar, 15 miles down the road.
That's how I kind of realize like a lot of like when people are kind of like the local, it's a lot of bullshit because it's like people do it even 20 miles away.
Exactly. And you're like, you think that's different over there?
I remember they were always talking shit about the Philly people. And I was like, and it was always funny. I'm like, you guys are 10 miles away.
Yeah. That was like the main thing. Yeah. Everyone there, they would just be shitting on like, I'm not going into the city, going down to Helium and doing all that bullshit, working with headliners and working on my craft and learning,
I don't want to be with
about the outside world.
I don't want to be with the youngins. Yeah. I'm like, so the cap is
the comedy cabaret. It was like it's nostalgic because it's where we started, but it is where dreams go to die.
I'm so glad I like didn't because I only went there for like 2 months and then I was in college.
People outgrow it pretty quickly. Like that's where you start, and if you're any good, like you'll be there for. Even
if you're not, because I wasn't even good, and I was like, "This is horrible. This is horrible."
You just have to recognize, like, this is a crazy fucking place. I have to go elsewhere,
and it's just a pattern to nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people are like, I don't even want to go on show. I'm like, what is this place?
Right. Like, you just want to be like, if you're just doing open mics. like that where, you know, it's just other comics. There's never an audience. And like you do that for years and years and years. Like that is a psychotic thing that you would get any enjoyment out of that.
Yeah, how do you have the mental capacity to just love doing those types of open mics for years? I did it like 3 times at that comedy cabaret, and then like started like I would see Matt a lot at the Grape Room, like fantastic mic there.
Yeah, Grape's great. Every mic has that though, where there's guys where it's like they find their spot and they're totally content with and they'll be there for years, just with no audience, just with other open micers, and they're like, this is all I want to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's crazy.
Now,
these open mics suck.
Now, how does all of this compare to comedy in LA? What is the
comedy in LA is kind of like that.
Oh, really?
A lot of, but the thing is, it's not like this. I mean, some people are crazy and they just do the same thing. But a lot of because it's like in big cities, open mics don't have audience.
Right.
So it's a lot of times. You are in front of other comics. But I'm saying if you're not stupid, you'll go to different ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's actually kind of it's actually. Because it's sometimes a decent gauge if they don't know who you are and you can make them laugh.
Yeah.
It's like, but it is weird when you see people hang out at the same one. And they're with their, I think that's when it's weird.
Yeah.
But if you go to different ones, because even like South Jersey was like, people would go to the same mic, but you wouldn't just hit the same one every week.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's, people make a mistake. They'll go to the same exact one.
Yeah.
And they'll just be like, Rich is really weird, huh?
Yeah, because that's what it becomes. And a lot of the ones over here that Brendan and I have frequented in the past is you go there and they're playing to the back of the room, which is like, I guess, okay here and there.
No,
but like, people go there and do it specifically.
But then,
all
like,
the time.
you can't get out of that room because you've never gone elsewhere and met other people.
Yeah, you gotta change
who, like,
it up.
run shows.
Well, back of the room is the dumbest thing because it's like the whole point is to. Because it's like, just do a podcast at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like kind of the thing. It's just like...
That would be a good name for a podcast, though, the Back of the Room podcast.
Yeah, just the worst comedians you've ever seen. Just ones that you literally can't put in front of any audience. Because they just can't function.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You just never figure it
There's
out.
a ton of those.
It's a different breed, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's the back of the room thing is weird. Because it's also like... Well, because I hate performing in front of people I know. It's embarrassing.
Worse.
Yeah.
Well, because it's also like, because some shit that works on stage isn't the shit you find most funny.
Yeah.
Or it's like an idea you find funny, but it's like, you can't say the actual fucking idea on stage sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, because it's so cold. Because it's not like a podcast or something where you can kind of say wild shit and people know you're joking.
Yeah.
But like on stage, you can't, like, especially for the first time, especially like, where we are, where it's like nobody knows who we are just inherently.
Yeah,
You have to establish yourself on stage.
Yeah, like you kind of have to do you kind of have to soften them.
Right.
And it's so awkward when you're seeing like friends. You're like, I look like fucking howdy doody, blah blah blah.
Well, there's something to be said about like when you're in a room where literally nobody knows you. It's fun because you can kind of go up there. Not that we're being these giant characters or something, but it's like there's something about the mystery of it. You could be whoever you're leaning into, but then all of a sudden your friends are there. Because like off stage, it's not that I'm that different, but I'm definitely a little bit more quiet.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm not a guy who's always on and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, if you're doing a show and all your friends are there and you're on stage and you're kind of like being this heightened version of yourself or this character or whatever, and you're like, you feel like such a phony, because not that you're completely, it's not like you're not being yourself, but I'm like, I know you guys know me. And now I'm in my head about it. If you're doing it for strangers, I'd be whoever. You guys don't know me, so it's like all bets are off.
Oh yeah, it's so much better because people are like, I don't even know you talk to like it because I like kind of talk differently if I'm like I'm a little more energetic. I'm a little more like
exactly.
It's because it's a better because the thing is I also think too for playing the back of the room,
your delivery.
Your performance suffers a lot.
Yeah,
that's because nobody who's sane feels comfortable like going like nobody's going like all Chris Rock. At like a fucking open mic that they know everybody at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, and that's true. It's like you do talk differently. Like you have your kind of delivery and like your stage presence and stuff, and then all of a sudden your friends are there. Like you're in your head that they're thinking like, what was that? And you're like, yeah, dude, it's what I do every night.
This is good. Well, I'm saying, this is good if it's in front of it because it's like if you do the thing at mics in front of other people, they'd just be like, what the fuck? This is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why would we watch this?
Yeah. It's out of context.
We're just comics talking about comedy, bro.
Yeah. You can't get this type of insight.
We're like Mark Maron. My fucking cat. Joe Rogan, I'm so sorry for calling you a faggot 7 years ago. Please forgive me. Get me on your podcast.
Yeah. Fucking blew past me. Now I fucking regret it.
That was every early Mark Maron podcast. He would have someone on to apologize.
Yeah.
for how much of a piece of shit he was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
All right, more questions.
You got any articles, Danny boy?
I actually do. Yeah, we love on this program talking
Oh,
about South American funerals. They're the best. The
Oh,
viewings that they do. We have talked about opening our own funeral parlor in Deptford called Ralph's Dead Bodies. Right?
Oh, man.
It's fantastic. So here's another one that came up. This one's from El Salvador. A father who passed away suddenly had his open casket wake inside of a nightclub because he loved to party. There is
I missed you, Dad.
yeah. Here's a photo of it. I mean, it's an El Salvador
nice.
nightclub, but they had a baby blue casket wide open on the dance floor.
Oh,
Classy.
yeah.
And
Bedazzled.
bedazzled. They had bottle service running around, projector screen playing some of Latin's biggest hits.
I want my
Not
casket
Latin,
bedazzled.
Latin America's biggest hits. Yeah, and one actually similar happened in Newark, New Jersey, similar to that. But
You know how everybody, you have your friends that are like still into going to nightclubs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then they die too, and you're like, I still gotta fucking go to a club. to see this dude.
Oh, man.
But could you imagine the dad this guy was? He was probably in his mid or late 40s. Was just like, yeah, I love to party. Let's go to a nightclub. He's probably wearing like Abercrombie jeans still.
Or just dressed like Gabriel Iglesias. That's
Yeah.
that's two types of club guys. The club like hot, trying to be hot guy, or like the guy who's just like a drunk
Yeah.
who just wears a Hawaiian shirt. It's those two guys. You
Yeah.
can't be any other guy at a club.
Very true. It's either a guy who's still wearing Ed Hardy for some reason,
Yeah.
or the Hawaiian shirt.
My friend wore an Ed Hardy shirt the other day, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man?"
Bringing it back, dude. I haven't seen an Ed Hardy since 2004.
Oh, yeah.
The shirts that had like the flames or dragons on it. Were those Ed Hardy ones, or they might have been
Yeah.
They
something
had
else?
all
kind of.
sorts of. It'd be like elephants, and like bedazzled elephants, all these weird
It's kind of
designs.
2004 is 20 years ago. That fucks with me a lot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you always think it's
like,
just
damn.
like a few.
I'm
maybe
like,
10.
yeah, it's 10 years ago, 2004. It's kind of
Yeah.
funny. Do you guys get this where it's like you're kind of stuck in like the year you graduated high school in terms of like what year you think it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they're like, oh, the 90s was this long ago. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And 2000, whatever year you graduated high school, you kind of think that it wasn't that long ago, and then now you continue to look back and you're like, holy shit, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's well, for me, it's like a decade. It's coming on a decade, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, this is so far away.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if I went to the high school, they would be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that. Like once you're 10 years
Exactly.
removed, like it's not like you're 20.
Yeah.
It's like it is crazy. Yeah. 'cause-
My high school, the stuff lined up perfectly. It might have for you guys as well. I graduated high school in 2010, so the 10-year reunion was supposed to be in the fall of 2020.
Yeah.
and then they canceled it. All of the people that like usually you leave reunion stuff to people that are in like the like
People who don't have
student
anything
council
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like student council people. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, you guys will probably still be living in this town, not doing much. Maybe you're running for local office. But then
Yeah.
none of them wanted any involvement. So then they add me to a chat, and I'm like, I was the one like suspended from school, like making fun of it. Like, what do you think I had anything to do with this for?
Yeah.
And then they never
I
happened.
don't know, maybe because you have a podcast that's specifically about
Yeah.
local municipalities.
Yeah, just talk about different towns and the horrors that are from them.
It's like,
Dan really seems to still be in love with South Jersey.
yeah, the guy with the South Jersey podcast.
A podcast, South
got-
Jersey-based podcast.
He wears his own merch that says South Jersey Bad Boy
we
on
do
it.
want to get some merch going.
We're gonna
so-
do a run of like 5.
That is a
we're-
good, well, yeah, because I forgot the podcast was Bad Boys, so I was
Yeah,
like, are
yeah.
they making fun of me if I said bad? I was like,
Yeah.
No, we're just
No,
the
no,
Bad
no,
Boys. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause for a second you're like bad boy. Like, are they doing some weird?
We call everybody who comes
psyop
on
shit?
here like a little certified bad boy.
boy, yeah.
Give Bad Boys of the week.
certified.
Ah, yeah,
Bad Boy of the
yeah.
Week.
Certified baddies.
We
Are you
touched
guys
on some-
certified baddies?
Yeah. We were thinking of getting bowling shirts. That said
Dude, he a
that, though.
baddie. He know he a 10. He a baddie with his baddie friends, bro.
That's right.
Coding Ice Spice, the god.
That's kind of our.
That's our vibe. That's
How
our
can I
whole
lose
mission.
when I'm already chose?
It's our goddess, dude. That's
Bitch
our
get
sound.
tight every time I post.
Come
Speaking
on,
of how
baby.
bad we are, you forgot to bring over the feminist CBD that we got sent.
Oh
Ooh,
fuck yeah.
yeah.
We are a feminine-based podcast, as you know.
Yeah.
There is a women's owned Oregon-based CBD company that sent us some shit.
They sent us
yeah.
some CBD J's in
Yeah,
the mail.
forgot to
Oh,
bring it.
yes.
Yeah, what's the name of it again? It's
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane.
Oh.
And,
Shout out
Yeah.
to Plain Jane.
yeah.
Rhymes.
Yeah, it does. And they
Pretty tight.
Bunch of broads in Oregon making stuff, sending them to us. So just love the stuff. So
They're gonna love this episode.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talking about a little kid's penis in the. Oh man.
yeah.
They're gonna be like,
Really regret sending them anything.
pick the right thing. Yeah.
They did say they love the content. It's like, have you watched any of these clips?
Yeah.
Because that's the funny thing about, because I feel like for any type of advertiser, they don't actually watch it. They will only back off if they hear something like a controversy.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you said the end. Oh, I guess we have to pull.
Yeah, because
But
like,
we're not gonna
obviously,
listen to this.
yeah, they're like obviously we're not following anything you're doing until you guys fuck up major.
Yeah.
Yeah. Till we have Andrew Tate on the program. Then we'll see what
Which
happens.
is why we had him in.
I have a cam studio. If you guys had Andrew Tate on that should be really fun. Just like
We've been trying to get him.
We've
on,
been trying to get him.
actually, you want to get him?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Oh please.
Yeah, bring him in.
Let's bring him in. You're still in.
Headphones were on.
Oh, I forgot I was attached.
Yeah.
You're still in.
You're still in.
I'm still in.
Andrew,
Yeah.
thanks for being here.
Yeah,
dude.
Andrew, thanks.
Oh, hello.
Whoa.
Thanks for coming on. We have men's right activist Andrew Tate.
Andrew
My
Tate.
unmatched capacity makes me a feared opponent in any endeavor.
Yes. I like
They're
your
trying to send me to
sunglasses.
jail. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look familiar from the last guy who was on.
Yeah.
Now, why would they be sending you to jail? Like, what could they possibly send you
The
to jail
Matrix
for?
is trying to attack me for.
It's a bunch of bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Matrix is trying to attack me for trafficking. I didn't know it was illegal. I didn't know it was against the rules.
Well,
I looked at the rule book. I didn't see it against the rule book.
Rules are all made up.
I looked at the rules. I said I'm following the rules.
Yeah.
International law is a bunch of fucking
International law. International Man of Mystery. Have you ever seen Austin Powers?
yeah.
It's a great movie.
Now, does Andrew Tate typically hold his fingers like this?
Yes, I do. You're talking to me.
I'd like to speak in the third person.
Now, Andrew, Brendan has a young daughter, she's 10 years old, now getting into middle school. Any advice for her as a
I don't
growing
believe
woman?
that for a second. You graduated high school in 2010. Would you have a kid 10 years? Oh, no, that was 13 years ago.
And he's also good at math.
Now I think every year's 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the year you graduate high school, now it's all coming back to COVID when that started. Yeah.
COVID-19.
Yeah. COVID-19, little old for you, huh?
Yeah.
COVID,
Go figure.
only if it was COVID-13, then we'd be all over it.
Now, how'd you get started in the trafficking business?
How did I get started? Is that what you said? How did I get started?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
In the
Yes.
trafficking business.
Is that what you said?
I did.
Is that what came between your lips?
Yeah.
You said that with your mouth.
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, how I got into it. My brother Tristan and I were like, how can we make money? Work a job? No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
This was before jobs came out.
Yeah. Before they were available.
They didn't have jobs back then. You couldn't just sit in a chair and do work.
Right.
So you had to create your own market.
I'm a time traveler. Oh no, I have to go. Oh shit! Sorry guys.
He's back.
He had to leave early.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate.
He had
Yeah.
a private jet.
He had a
Wow.
Patco train to catch.
2 guests in one.
Yeah, he had
Two guests in one.
Yeah, sorry. He just wanted to say hi.
He's a real
He's a
handful.
big fan of the pod.
Yeah.
because he was saying because I was talking to him the other day.
Nice.
He was like, I've done Tucker Carlson, I've done Pierce Morgan, but he's like, they're attacking me on this. He's like, I want like an objective,
Yeah. Somebody
it's,
who'll give him a fair shot.
Yeah, and they were like, and he was saying like he likes the decor. He's
Yeah.
a huge fan of
What we stand for, our
Yeah.
feminist values.
Yes. He's also a huge fan of the Flying W. Because he was actually watching the live streams because this is a live stream.
Yeah, yep.
I don't know how he got it, but he said the Flying W is my favorite place for obvious reasons.
Respect.
I don't know what the obvious reasons were. I'm not in his
I
brain.
mean, how many places can you go where there's a motel and a pool in the shape of a plane?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's great. Actually, you guys do have a nice McDonald's.
yeah.
I was in the Uber. I'm like, whew, I'm mad I didn't drive because I'd go through that McDonald's. That sign.
Yeah, those arches signs they got, the big old school ones.
That's what
Yeah.
they're there for. You want to drive right through them.
I almost had a little arch in my pants. That's how much I liked it.
Gives me an arch. Every time you roll down the window near
Yeah.
one of those things, you just smell the pink meat.
Ryan Archie Diacono. You know that guy?
Yeah.
I do not.
You know Ryan
Villanova?
Archie?
What's the name?
Villanova basketball player Ryan D.
He used to go to my house every March Madness. 'Cause
Really?
We had a March Madness party. We went to the same grade school together.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, he would come over then, not while he was in March Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I used to come to my house. We used to watch March Madness, and then I thought you were gonna be like, and what? And you were like, yeah, it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
pretty sick. Yeah, no, it is pretty dope.
He was like the greatest. It's funny. It's like that's how how bad white people are at sports. Like he's like the Michael Jordan of my town.
Yeah,
And it's like he's kind of on a team, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. Is he in the NBA or is he still at Villanova?
He's on the Knicks now.
He's on the Knicks.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Old Knickerbocker.
Oh,
Gotta say that one.
Careful.
yeah, that's a
don't
careful.
say
Yeah.
They should have a hard K. It should. You don't have a soft K.
It's
and
hard to say
N.
it with a Philly, South Jersey accent because we want to speed through things.
Yeah, actually, say it again.
Knickerbocker.
Ooh,
I really did an emphasis on the
really getting close there, Dan.
Yeah.
Knickerbocker.
They
Now,
should, they should just call it the Bockers.
yeah, they really should
Yeah.
just abbreviate a little apostrophe the
Yeah.
Bockers. Yeah.
Cut out the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a crazy name for a team.
It is.
Because they've changed everything else. They're like, all right, we'll change the Royals to and I'm like, change the Knickerbockers.
We'll change the Redskins, the Cleveland Indians. They attack all those first. Now it's the pronunciation of things they need to
Also, my brother and I were commenting on this the other day. The Commanders, is that much better?
get. Yeah, it's really not.
Isn't that the people who killed the
Yeah,
Redskins?
you just
Yeah.
switch teams.
Yeah.
How about like the Ducks? Have you ever thought of the Ducks?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of like,
Hey guys, maybe get off the topic of like American Indians.
Or yeah, that's the thing because they took a whole year off. They're like, we gotta have a whole conference.
Like, I got this.
They're like, all right, the Commanders.
Generals.
They're like, how about the Robert E. Lee crew? They're like, how about Jefferson Davis?
Yeah.
The Jefferson Davis juggernauts. Yeah.
Jefferson. How about Jefferson Davis presents the football?
Yeah.
Or the Trail of Tears would be a good mascot too. That
Yeah,
would be
because
nice.
I was like, anything would have been better. Like the Anthony DeVito. I called him Anthony DeVito, Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Now there is a comedian Anthony DeVito, but Danny
Yeah.
DeVito, our god that we
And I don't think
before.
anybody would protest a team named after Danny DeVito.
the DeVitos, the Danny DeVitos.
It'd be like,
yeah.
oh, after thick,
Yeah.
sexy guys.
Yeah.
I
Let's
can't
go.
be down with that.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
a
he would
team
look
of
like
fullbacks.
every like football fan.
Yeah.
So it would work.
If I could custom make an entire football team in like like the old NCAA football games where you create
they're
a
the
guy,
best.
he goes
Yeah.
through like your whole college career, your entire team is nothing but Danny DeVitos.
Oh yeah, I'd
They're all
love that.
5'2" linemen.
Well,
yeah.
I would love to play quarterback under that center.
Yeah, gotta get down
I'd
nice
have,
and low.
I'd have a couple of extra Omahas for that one.
Do a real hard count on that
Oh,
guy.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have. Oh my god, I would do so many. We would have so many.
Audibles.
What's the thing? The delay of games. I'd have so many delay
yeah.
I
of
was
games.
gonna say orgasms. I'd have those
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
They'd have to call me delay of gay because I'd
You're not delaying the gay on
be
that.
rubbing
no.
up on that. Because that's got to be a thing. There had to be a guy who just loved it. The center who was just like, because
I played center. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it too.
I'm sure he did, brother.
Especially in some of those cold games where you just needed a nice warm hand that came out of the quarterbacks would put them in the little sleeves here.
Yeah.
Get
Like,
that
oh,
right
please.
underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan
Feel
was the
heat.
quarterback. He was like, actually, I'd like to play center.
If you don't mind, I'd like somebody to warm up my nuts every game.
We could really use somebody with a soft set of hands to play tight end. It's like, nah, I got it all figured out. On
You
the
broke
center.
all
Yeah.
the Pop Warner passing records, and you're like, actually, kind of have a preference here.
Kind of had a change of heart, fellas.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be,
I want to be on the receiving end of this.
I want to be on the receiving end.
Yeah. I'd like to play a different kind of receiver.
I want to be a bad boy and not hike it at the right time. So we need to, smack it a little harder.
Yeah.
Ooh. In Pop Warner,
Audible.
when we played Pop Warner, my buddy was a quarterback would sometimes fuck with me and give me a tipper under center. Oh, yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, he was fucking with you. He didn't secretly want you or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I blew him one time, and then I was just like, "You got to quit the gay shit."
I love
That was
how
hilarious.
I love how that's what straight guys do. Is like, oh man, we're just messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know when I put my dick in your face when you were asleep? Oh, man. I really got you on that
Yeah,
one.
when you're a young boy, the other boys just do the most homoerotic stuff to try to to call you gay somehow?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I teabagged Jimmy over there. It was fucking hilarious. He's such a homo.
Yeah, I sucked his dick because he was bad at GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a gay guy.
What a gay man.
Yeah, what a gay guy for letting me do that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell everyone in school so that they all know that he's
I would
gay.
beat the shit out of him in Super Smash Bros. With Peach every single time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's so gay. Let me eat his ass for like an hour and a half. Before that was even popular.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, what a
I'm a
weirdo.
trendsetter, not a
That's how
follower.
you know he meant it.
Yeah.
He let me put his nose in his butt in 2007. This guy's on some freak shit for letting me do that.
Oh, I got one last article here too.
Oh,
by the
yeah.
way.
Any more questions?
This could be a question of how we should address this situation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Canada's super pigs are threatening to invade the northern U.S.
Super pigs. I didn't know they were talking
What's a
about.
super pig? They have like superpowers or?
So super pigs in Canada.
What are they, ladies at the motel?
Yeah, they frequent the Flying W of the Motel 6.
Yeah, flying big W's.
Yeah. They are spilling over the border into Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana. These are wild pigs that are roaming. They are crossbreeds that combine the survival skills of wild Eurasian boar with the size and fertility of domestic swine and create a super pig that's spreading out of control. The problem is that they're not native to Northern America. They were good in the winter, and they are smart, adaptable, and furry, and they eat anything. So there's a bunch of these massive crossbred types of pigs that are going to come into the northern U.S. states, eat everything, and eat and fuck, you know.
Oh, what is this, Harrisburg?
It's like, we've been dealing with a wild group of pigs in this area for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that is just going to get us more fired up about guns. We need them. We got to fucking shoot these pigs.
Everyone's going to have everybody up there at least is already on there, but if they start coming down even further.
What's your opinion on guns? Say it on wax for the fans.
On wax.
On wax, yeah. Well, what does on wax mean?
It means on record. So it's like
on the record. Okay.
Well, because I think for records they used to put like stuff like in the packaging was on wax. So like like you.
Oh, interesting.
So you'd put usually for music it was just like on wax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what it.
So it kind of cements it.
Because I actually think that was the record label Richard Pryor. It was like a play on that. It was like on wax.
Oh, okay.
So actually, like
shit.
comedians used to say that when they had like the LPs, like when they put out an album,
Right.
it'd technically be on. They'd like put an hour on wax.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
It is. Well, I got a couple of guns here. We can play with them, put them in each other's
Oh, you
mouths.
got
We
guns?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We actually did it in a sketch. Remember we had
Yeah.
down here? We
We'll
were
check
right into
guns.
them.
we're kind of like cocking them on each other and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was
It's a good
time.
sketch.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
You guys might make it on SNL.
But yeah, would it be the worst thing possible if wild super pigs invaded the Philadelphia area?
It could be a good time to really like fire some bullets into a hog that's going wild. It's wild hogs, John Travolta.
Wild hogs, yeah.
Is that?
Now you're doing the word association.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been firing things off into wild hogs back in the day.
Yeah,
back in
dude.
2012 maybe.
Yeah, that
roughly.
was you in high school.
Yeah, her name was Melissa. Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had a gun because if I get mugged, I'm just because one time I like pretended to have Down syndrome to avoid getting mugged.
Really?
And I wouldn't have to do that if I had a gun.
Yeah. Luckily,
So how did you play that out?
Okay, so this is
you were like, "Hi, my name's Matt."
special.
They're like, "This guy's got it."
no. So it's weird. So I went to school at Temple University, which is like kind of in the fucking most fucked up area.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put a college there, but I was walking back from my friend had like a show on campus. And I was walking back from it, and a guy just kind of like held me up, and he like kind of was like dragging me because there's like this like wall. So the guy like pushed me against the wall and was like begging for like with a knife like begging me for money.
Oh shit!
And I didn't know what to do, so my brain was working at a mile a minute. Because I was like, all right, well, am I gonna give him the money? I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to give him my phone. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I plead with him? I'm like, no. And I'm like, what type of people do even the worst people have empathy for? And I'm like, oh, Down syndrome.
There you go.
So as he was like lifting me up, I
got
put
into
my hands
character.
over my ears and I just started making like, ah!
Oh my god.
And I kept saying mommy. I was calling him mommy and saying I want to go home.
What
I
a
said,
pivot,
"Mommy,
dude.
I want to go home."
Damn.
For about,
What an audible by
at
you.
the top of my lungs for about 5 straight minutes. I was a young guy. I was 21.
He sat there with you for 5 minutes.
That long ago.
Well, he was because he was like, "Stop!" Well, because I was just trying to get him to run away. But then what made him run away? Somebody's like lights turned on in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right.
Because this is like 2 a.m.
Yeah. And they heard you screaming.
Yeah, and
"Mommy,"
then the
at
guy
top
was
of
just
your
like,
lungs.
"Ah!" He just panicked. And
Oh, so
ran
you just
away.
were stalling, basically.
What an
Yeah.
audible for you to just call the Omaha.
Yeah. That was the true Omaha. Because I tried to tell that story on stage, but I think they tune out when you say you pretended you have Down syndrome.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was saving my life. Oh, you want me to be dead?
Yeah. You can flip it on that. Yeah. I think it's a good pivot. I mean, especially in the
even
moment,
in a fight
too.
for your life, you know, you
Yeah,
cannot.
yeah.
That is a survival skill to you. That's not ingrained in just humans' brains. Like,
Yeah,
once
they're
you-
not ingrained. You know, in war-torn times,
Yeah.
they weren't like, maybe I should pretend to have Down syndrome.
It's so funny that like that is your fight or flight. Like there's so
Yeah.
many audibles that you could call there where you go, am I going to fight this guy? Am I going to do this? And your
no.
brain clicks immediately to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's get into character.
See, now, a lot of people tune in here to learn a lot. So if anybody can learn anything, it's not. Am I going to fight? Am I going to run? Or should I pretend to? have Down syndrome?
Pretending to be gay doesn't work anymore. But it worked in the.
Yeah.
It worked back in the day because in high school I had a similar people. I guess I'm very muggable. I wasn't like a mugging, but this guy's kind of roughing me up, so I just did a gay voice.
Yeah, what kind of roughing was it? It might have worked.
Yeah.
This guy was roughing me up, so I just was like,
Yeah,
stop it.
Yeah, he was roughing me up in the locker room.
So you got into character once again.
Yeah, I should have tried when I got molested when I was a kid. I should have tried the Down syndrome character. My brain didn't think quick enough.
Yeah.
Well, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. It's kind of yeah. You ever get molested and you're like, that one's kind of my fault.
Yeah.
It's on me. Think if I could call a mulligan on that.
You're like, it's kind of me. I don't know. I don't know why.
What were you wearing?
Yeah.
I don't know. What was he wearing? Who knows? People say. Yeah, I'm a very character driven.
He's a beautiful boy.
Oh, you guys! Actually, I have I think it's still on YouTube, but my friend and I made this video in college. It was for his class, but it was a video of like the premise of the whole thing was a SNL audition by a person who was a serial killer, and it was a tape found. So it's just me in this like green screen room, just doing like the worst impressions ever. Because like I was just doing, and my next character, ISIS Rodney Dangerfield. I was like, "Huh, I really bombed last night. The Twin Towers. Huh."
And it's just like an uncovered tape that they found. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
The lost
fantastic.
tapes of
And
Oh,
it
that's
was
ISIS Rodney.
yeah, and it was just like he killed. It's the text. He like killed so and so.
Yeah.
And then there's a point where he does like a Romeo and Juliet, like as dice. he's like, Juliet, I wanted to marry you. But Romeo, I don't know if the Capulets and the Montagues are at odds.
That is such a good
But
dice.
Juliet, I love you.
Oh my God, that's a spot on
Julie. I call it Julie. That's how much I love her.
That's a good dice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I did this. I had a surgery like years ago, so I was at home for like 6 months, and I probably did this. Well, because what's kind of,
Your parents just hearing you in your room going,
no.
Juliet. They're
So
like,
this-
what is he doing?
this is how psychotic I am. For characters, they talk to the character as if it's a character, and they say, "Can we talk to Matt?" That's how psychotic. And because I would do the dice things. My mom would be like, "Come on, dice. Can I talk to Matt?" I'm like, "Okay, since you asked nicely."
Wow.
And I've been doing this. Well, I've been doing this new character, Moisha.
Okay.
She doesn't like that one.
Do you want to give us a taste?
Yeah, give us-
Oh, hello. How are you?
Thanks for coming on the podcast. Do you listen to podcasts?
Oh,
Moisha?
what's your opinion on Israel Palestine? It better be the right one.
Dave Primiano was on a few episodes ago.
But he wasn't. But this guy's not Jewish. I know what you're thinking. He's Southern Baptist.
Gotcha.
Oh, Southern
Because his
Baptist.
name is Moisha DeAndre Hopkins Watson. That's his full name.
Yeah.
So he's not. So that voice, and he just has. I don't even know his stance on Israel Palestine. He just says you better have the right one.
Yeah, the right one.
What do you guys think about Israel Palestine?
The rest is up for interpretation.
Let's get into it. That is kind of a one thing people are like, this is going on for 50 years, but let's act like it's the biggest thing right now.
Right. And put your opinion on Twitter.
Yeah, put it on wax for everybody.
Put it on wax.
Be like, yes, we should. Because I feel like I'm a peacemaker. I think both sides are.
Of course.
I'm kind of a centrist.
Yeah. William Montgomery had the funniest bit here. He's like, when it comes to Israel Palestine, I just hope both sides have fun.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I don't want to ruin
that's got to be the title of this episode. Put it on wax.
Put it on wax.
Put it on wax. There we go.
Yeah, so what's your opinion? You guys didn't say. You just want to have all that fun?
Yeah.
I just
want good vibes.
Just want good vibes and can we not enjoy a music festival near Gaza?
Why can't we go over there? Why can't I go with Kanye and be like, actually, it's all about vibes?
Right.
Yeah, it's really what it is.
Yeah. Did you see the Kanye thing where he's on Alex and he had the Netanyahu and he had a net Yahoo?
Wait, he did that?
Yeah, that was. It's bad when Alex Jones is like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, remember when he had him on his podcast and Kanye was like, no, I have love for Hitler. I love everybody. And Alex Jones was like, hang on a second, I don't think you mean that, brother.
I don't think you mean that,
Kanye,
brother.
you might be going over the line.
Yeah, that's a good Alex Jones.
Thank you.
Dude, we got to start a sketch group together.
Yeah.
All these impressions.
We'll just catcall people.
Yeah. Oh, you look very nice there. What is that, your ass? It looks very gorgeous.
I don't think it really happened.
Yeah. I would love to see Dice or somebody just like really kind of like cartoonish on Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good.
Yeah.
Be a good
He's
episode.
the
Being like, say it happened. It was on video. There's dead kids. What are you thinking?
That would be fantastic to have on there. Anything you want to put on wax for the episode here? Would that be at our usual time?
You got anything to plug, Mateo, while you're in town, dude?
Nothing to. Well, I will be back.
It will be back in December, right?
In December. So look out for those shows. I have a podcast, Morning Drill. You can follow that.
Yeah.
And you can follow my social media, Matt M. Byrne. Gotta put the middle.
Okay.
Middle, yeah. There you go.
I got nothing. I got AC Comedy Club tonight, and then
quit bragging.
Oh yeah, we have our re-up show next week too in Haddon Township. Check that out. We post on Instagram. But December 2nd, Saturday, got a great lineup. Lamisi. Old
Lamisi.
Old Lamisi.
I was almost about to wear the
cousin.
shirt. I was almost about to wear the Lemaire shirt.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be glazing too hard.
Yeah. But yeah, Lamisi will be there. Got a bunch of other great people in the lineup, so check that out.
Nice. And then I'll be doing the Lindenwald Moose Show. The Antlered Animals Tour is about to be in full swing. That's December 16th.
Ooh.
That's pretty much, doing exclusively Moose and Elk Lodges.
Tell me about this tour.
Yeah, yes. Well, we have other ones that we're getting, they're getting approval on. We're going to announce it, but all trying to hit up Moose and Elk Lodges all over and just exclusively do those. And we call
You two?
I was kind of running with Jim Kelly, if you know him.
Oh, nice. Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Jimmy K.
The
Jimmy K.
Buffaloes.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills guy.
The Buffalo Bills
right.
quarterback.
Same guy?
Same guy. He's doing
Same guy.
comedy in South Jersey now.
He's doing
I know.
Moose.
Jim Kelly's very funny.
Yeah. So it's him and I doing it. I think we have some other things in the works as well. So we'll see what's happening.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Thanks for coming on, Doug.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming on there, brother. Ski. Let's rub each other's thighs. We'll see you later.
Woo.